Welcome to another video from Dr. Lock. Today on the bench is these big long rods. See, from one side all the way to the other side. Okay, 1 meter long rods. Now these are nylon rods, and I bought these particular ones off eBay. I think they're about 20 bucks a length. I mean, they're a little bit pricey, but you know, generally speaking, for what I'm going to be using them for, they're worth every cent. What I'm going to be using them for is followers, as you see here. Now this is actually a genuine Lockwood one. I got off a Lockwood show bag when Lockwood was having a promotion at one of the wholesalers, and they gave me this, and it's pretty cool. The only difference between this and this is that this one has a little section on the end. Now you can quite easily do that with a hacksaw and a file. It might take you 5-10 minutes, not a big deal. We bought these ones here because we sell pinning kits, and some of the followers we've been selling off, basically they're okay, but I wanted to give something a little bit more to the people who buy those kits. So we're going to be putting these on the lathe and actually slicing them up so they can take 2 to 3 cylinders, and putting a nice edge on them so that they nicely convert from the plug to the housing. So these ones here are nylon. They're fairly cheap in a length. I mean, these lengths I think I paid about $25 for. This is about $100 there, but it's definitely worth it. So if you're looking for a particular piece of material to start making your own followers for, because sometimes different cylinders take different types of followers. Sometimes you want one with a hole, sometimes you want the Kwikset one, which is, you know, can take the back of the plug, sometimes you want the 201, you know. So if you want something that you can play around with, then maybe it'd be worthwhile just buying a $25 piece of length of this nylon stuff, and from there you can cut it with a hacksaw. It's plastic, it's very viable, it even bends, you know, it's no big deal. But the thing is, this stuff here is rock solid for the purpose of followers. In this example here, this one here is 12.35, I believe it is, in millimeters. These ones here come in at 12, but there's no problem there, because if you know how to use a follower, that 0.3 or 0.2 of a millimeter is not going to be a problem when you're trying to slide it through the back of the lock. It's not going to be a problem, you know, because you basically just ride those pins, and it's nice and easy. I've even seen locksmiths use pens, I've seen them use drill bits, I've seen them use so many things as followers, because these are the type of tools sometimes we just lose all the time. And if you buy a length of this, you slice it into about 10 or 15, you throw them around the workshop, you're never gonna have troubles again. So if you're looking for a material and a product where you can carve up for the locksmith community or people doing their own locks, and you want to custom make a follower tool, this is the go. This is the stuff right here. If you can get it in the imperial measurements where you can actually get it spot on, that's fine. But you got to remember that sometimes you got those Chinese locks or other type of locks, and they're actually a little bit thinner. They don't play by the rules that we all play by. So that's where 12mm, you're guaranteed that it's going to slide in the back of it. And of course on some of the Lockwood, I think it's series 6, you might even want to go for 13mm or 14mm, whatever their plug size is, because it's a lot bigger than what we're accustomed to with this 12.5. So custom followers, you can make them up in any which way you want. Very easy material to work with, very easy to file down, and then it's just a matter of, you know, marking it. This one here, I had a colleague say that he wanted to actually have this particular cutout on the back. I thought to myself, for a 201, you know, half the time I'm using this side, just a flat nice edge, and I don't have too many troubles. Leave it down in the description what you think, and if you think this little edge is worth it for the 201s. I don't find it a trouble. And leave it down in the description if you make your own followers, and if there's any particular followers that you've made that work good on particular locks, because some particular locks, like I did one the other day, a Yale, and the Yale has a protruding little lump on the back of the plug, so it's always awkward to slide it out. But I had a follower that was hollow, which had that cutout, and when you put it around that cutout, it actually forms that right 12.5mm shape, and then I can just push it through. So leave your comments if you've got any tips or tricks on the followers, and there's a quick little video on the type of material I'm going to be using, and thanks for watching.